Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my YouTube channel. I thought I would start this art journaling series for all of us that we are shut in, and now we got a lot of time. I got more time to make videos, so here we go. I wanted to first just talk about some of the things that about art journaling, and just to say that art journaling, it's a personal journey. This is something that you are doing for yourself. This has nothing to do with anyone else. This is just your way to freely express yourself and to doodle, to draw, to paint, whatever. It is your way of just experimenting and just kind of relaxing. This is number 2. There's no right or wrong way to art journal. There's only your way, and you will find your way the more that you are experimenting and playing around in the journals. So don't think you're doing it wrong, because you're just clearly experimenting and having a good time. Number 3. This is your zone of freedom. So please practice, draw, doodle. Don't worry about if you drew something wrong or whatnot. This is just your freedom zone. It's not a place to be judged. Number 4, this is not a place for perfection. If you are a perfectionist, number 1, this could be a very horrible place for you, because there's going to be some boo-boos. And but number 2, if you are a perfectionist, then this might be the best thing for you, because this is a way to help learn how to let go and just let things be, because sometimes that's in art journaling, it is what it is. Okay, so you don't have to be perfect. And number 5, you do not have to finish a page in a day. Sometimes, depending on the media that you are using or working with, it may require that things be dried completely overnight, and you may not be able to finish that page that day. Yeah, always cheer for yourself. And you happen to work on several different pages at a time, just because I may be waiting for one thing to dry. So don't think that you have to finish a page in a day. Okay, that was number 5. Number 6 is, if you become frustrated, stop. If you are not having fun, stop. If you are not liking what's going on and you're feeling miserable, stop, because this is supposed to be fun. It really is just supposed to be fun, in a way to be in a way for you to get away from some of those frustrations in life. So stop if you are not having fun. So with saying all of that, we are going to get into making a journal. I'm just going to start with, as if you don't have a journal at all, because we're all kind of shut in right now. You may not have a chance to go out and buy a journal. So I'm going to start with making a quick little journal, and then I'll do some other segments with journals that you do have, and blah 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 blah. So let's get started with that. All right, I'm going to take a this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of regular copy paper. If you have mixed media paper, not very thick, not definitely not 140 pounds, or 80 pounds might be all right. But anyway, if you have watercolor paper, that's easy to fold, use that. Otherwise, you could just start with regular copy paper. I use various different papers in different sizes, and you can use different sizes, and these will all turn out to be, these pages will all turn out to be various sizes depending on the page you're actually starting with. But just because of the picture frame that we're in, I'm using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, where I usually use, I think it's 18 by 24. So, but this is the way to fold for a homemade art journal. All right, I'm just going to fold this in half, right to left. I'm going to crease it really good. I would use a bone folder if you have thicker paper. And that, I could tell right now, was not straight. So I'm going to do that again. Again, this is not a place of perfection, but you do want it to be a little bit straighter than that because your pages will come out wonky. And I'll just say that my pages always seem to come out wonky, but I don't mind because there's different things that I do with my edges anyway. So, all right, so I fold it in half. Now I'm going to go from the top to the bottom, bottom to the top. It's the bottom to the top, y'all. Creasing again. Now, right side, or you can start with your left side, doesn't matter. I'm just going to fold over till I hit that center line, and then I'll crease again. So this is going to make a small journal book. And I'm going to do the same thing with the left side, going to the center line, and I'm creasing again. So I'm going to open it up, and then I'm going to fold it back in half, right to left or left to right, whichever. I don't know if you can see this line, so I am going to use my Copic marker just to draw, because I don't know if the camera's picking it up. But anyway, here's the center line, and the line comes down there, crease line. What we are going to do, now remember, this is just folded in half. We are going to cut from this edge to that point where they intersect. Don't go beyond that point. All right, so it should be split. Then you're going to open it again. So you have the split in the center. Flip it around. And you should have this little diamond shape in the middle. And let them meet. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, I double crease, I fold over and I crease again, because it actually, especially for thicker paper, it really makes everything fold and meet together nicely. I'm sorry, I left that part out. Anywho, again, diamond shape. And see, if these were really creased well, they would just fall. All right, anyway, we got the diamond shape. You're just going to push these together, and they just kind of fold upon themselves. You just fold everything over. And the fold actually will tell you kind of how the book is going to go, what's going to become the cover. So then all you're doing is creasing again. Okay, you're going to work on yours just a little bit. You're going to take your time. I'm just trying to do this very quickly because I said these videos were just going to be 10 minutes or less, and I'm probably gone over already. But anyway, this is your book. What I would do, though, and what I do is I just use a thick, heavy glue stick, and I do a line here. I go over all four corners, and on the opposite side of the slit, so that when I do push mine together, everything is going to meet, and I just give it a press, and then my edges are glued together, and this is with a mixed media paper. It's thicker, and I just used a glue stick like I said, and this is a 9x6 art journal. And this turns out to be the 8.5 by 11 folds down to a 4.5 by 2 3/4 or something like that. But any size paper that you use, you can do this with. It's just going to create a different size page, obviously. And you don't have to glue your edges if you don't want to. You can sew your edges, or you can tape your edges if you like. I thought I had some pages with sewing. All right, these don't have any sewing on them. But if you are going to start with copy paper, and if you have some gesso, I would recommend that you gesso your pages to prep them. If you're using mixed media paper, you don't have to do that. If you don't have any gesso, then I would be very careful on the wet media that you put on it, especially if this is just plain copy paper. So anyway, I hope that's 10 minutes. I don't know, I'm going to check it, but check me out on the next segment when we're actually working in the journal. Thanks for checking in. Bye-bye.